Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Dancing Oracle with me, Najia. Thank you for taking the time to watch my videos and tune in. Not just tune into the video, but now we're going to talk about tuning in. Tuning in here, tuning in your heart. So, I want to talk to you. I'm going to get a little closer and more comfortable. I want to talk to you about the crazy, crazy thing that happened to me in 2019, in November. I could even look up the date. Shall I look up the date? I'll write it in the comments or in the about part because I have to look up the date this happened. But I think it was early or mid-November of 2019. I received a package in the mail of 8 KN99 mask filters that go inside this black mask that went around your whole head, this whole big black mask with the best filters. It's KN99 is better than KN95. And I'm just like, what? I didn't order this. I didn't order this. You know, what am I doing with this weird looking thing? Because realize this is 2019. It's not 2020. I'm not used to looking at masks other than a painter's mask or a doctor or nurse's mask. I've never seen anything like this. In fact, it was kind of ominous looking with black and had these little circles here, like vent holes. So kind of reminded me of a tiny little gas mask, kind of like looked like something would get hooked up to it like a gas mask. It kind of freaked me out. And I'm like, okay, it's not in my orders from Amazon. So I called them up and I said, I didn't order this. They said, oh, it must be a gift. You didn't pay for it. It must be a gift. Because they're looking at my Amazon card and there's no charges. I was like, who the hell would send me a gift like this? This is weird. This is so friggin' weird. And it's not funny because to me, it looked like an S&M thing, like a black mask, right? So immediately my mind is like, people know I'm a belly dancer and they got weird fantasies. Because when I was out performing and doing, parties and weddings and all that, you do get approached by people that think you are something that you are not. They don't realize you're an artist. You're doing dance for spiritual reasons. They think you're up for all kinds of stuff. So I thought, this is sick. How do they know where I live? How does someone with these crazy S&M fantasies know where my house is? So I'm trying to get the information from Amazon. And they said, we can't give out that information. And I said, this looks like some pervert knows where I live, and I want to know who they are. I need to know who they are. And they were just adamant about not giving out that information. So later, after talking to a higher tier, I found out it was not a gift. It was a mistake. They told me to keep it. And I'm like, oh God, what am I going to do with this box of masks? If it, that scares, the look of it scares me. And so I get it, I put it in a pile of things to donate. We have this wonderful thing in our community called the free store, where you can go in there and shop for free, and then you could bring your donations in. Pre-pandemic, that's what we all did, a few days a week for a couple hours. It was the coolest place. Things have changed since then, but I was going to bring it to the free store. And then I literally heard the voice I get, the voice that saved my mom's life twice and saved her from mini strokes and many other things. Many other things happened in my life with that voice. It's a very stern voice, but never scary. And it said, excuse me, I'm itchy. That probably because my mom would always say, if your nose itches, someone is talking about you. I bet my mom's talking about me on the other side. Anyway, she would love all this. If she were, physically present, she would love all this. She'd want to be on camera. I used to bring her on TV with me on some TV shows and stuff like that, in front of the camera and behind the scenes, because I've had an interesting work life. All right, so back to 2019 and the voice. The voice says, this was not a mistake. Devastation is coming. Put these somewhere where you will not forget where they are. You're going to need them. I was like, whoa, okay. I thought that was so weird that the voice said, devastation is coming. It's a big word, devastation, you know? I could not imagine what that was, right? I the only thing I thought, because I had other dreams about the geography of the planet changing drastically, I thought, oh, earthquakes. There's earthquakes coming, and there's going to be a lot of dust. I'm going to need the masks. So I put them down the basement near the paint cans, like the spray paint cans, because I'm always painting something. Those who know me know I'm always painting, changing the color of walls, changing the color of outdoor furniture, changing everything all the time. So, okay, I said, I'm going to think mask, spray paint. When I need that mask, I'm going to go run down near the spray paint and find them. And because that's a logical thing. Now, I never imagined an airborne disease. Never, 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 never did it hit me. And you know what's really funny? I don't know what month it was, or if it was 2020 early, or the fall, or summer, or whatever of 2019. But I used to have, I have this favorite psychic, Linda G, Comanche psychic. I was watching her a lot. And she was in the middle of doing a reading for something else, like something totally different, probably politics. And all of a sudden she goes, and she was sitting in this room. She couldn't find the video, but I talked to her about it when I had a reading with her, and I said, Linda, do you realize there's a couple times you predicted what was happening, but we didn't know it was going to be this airborne thing. And I had two things I saw. One with the two ships that were stranded, the two cruise ships. And it was like a major emergency around with the world, or the national emergency. I have to look back. Sorry, I'm hearing weird things outside. Real like car things. So anyway, sorry I got distracted by the noise. But there was this one, and she is aware of it. She was sitting in a small white room, not her house, where she normally reads. And all of a sudden she got this flash, and she says, oh my God, I'm seeing everyone wearing masks. And she's talked about Italy or something. I think she talked about Italy wearing all these masks, because I think it spread heavily there before it came here. So she also got the mask thing, but didn't think virus. And I don't know why I didn't put two and two together, because, well, we live on opposite ends of the country. That's one. She lives in California. I live in I live in Pennsylvania, and I'm thinking something local, not worldwide. And her reading, her flash about the Mass seemed to be more focused, I think, in Europe, Italy, particularly. But I have to go and ask her on one of her comments, maybe, and find out. So, when I get these dreams and visions and clairaudience, it's not always the whole picture. It doesn't give me all the details. Now I have to go into the cards and get more details. That's something I will be doing in the future because I have a lot of unanswered questions from my visions and clairaudience and my dreams as well. So I will be pulling cards to see if I can get more details. Now, fast forward, this is all about my last video. There's going to be some major changes this year, this this fall, early winter season, particularly going into 2025. Major changes. So I already talked about the flooding issues in that video. You can look for that, and I will put it down as a related video so you can find it, or I'll make a playlist of world changes. Will be easier for everyone to navigate if you're only interested in how the world changes versus collective readings on tarot or celebrity readings and many of the other things I've done. So I would I would love to hear from some other intuitive people and psychics out there if you had any um, premonitions or had any messages from spirit uh, telling you what you needed for the upcoming times back in 2020 and currently. I'd love to hear from you in the comments section, and maybe we can talk on a Zoom together and post it if you'd like. I really would love to hear from you. So please share. I think it's a time when we have to all tune in more and we all have to come together. All right? Bye bye until next time.